Here we are, folks, back at halftime at Wedge Kies Field where the Baker High School Marching Band, the Flag Corps, and the dance team will be taking the field to line up for the presentation of the court, the homecoming court, which we see there in the end zone. We're going to try to get as good a coverage on this as we possibly can. The field is real muddy and murky. It'll be hard for these folks to walk. Of course, they don't have numbers like football players, but we think we've got a proper lineup, so if we miscall someone, we apologize. We hope that we don't, but we're going to try to call them as they come out. First members of the court to come out will be the freshman class.
First presenting Sean Bassett.
Sean Bassett will be the first one out, the first freshman member of the homecoming court. Try to catch him through the goalpost here if we can. Might have been a little premature. There we have Sean Bassett, freshman made. Being escorted by her father, Johnny Bassett. The first freshman maid we're seeing there, Miss Sean Bassett, being walked to center field by her father, where the rest of the court will
someone to get the flag people on the south side to move a little far back, please. That's fine. Second base from the ninth grade, Rosalind Linnell Bonchon.
Here we have the second freshman maid, Rosalind Bonchon. Rosalind Bonchon, escorted by her father. The second freshman maid coming out. All of the maids will line up to the press box sideline here, where we will get to recognize each one of them.
The
third maid from the freshman class will be Trina Dunn.
Colleen Dunn and Nancy Williams. The rest tonight is Morris Dunn, who's their uncle.
She's escorted by her uncle, Morris Dunn. Freshman maid, Trina Dunn, being escorted by her uncle. Beautiful young ladies representing the homecoming court for Baker High School this year. The last maid from the ninth grade will be Karen Womack, escorted by her father, David Womack, Mr. David Womack of Baker. Karen's mother stopped me in the stands and said, Karen's mother stopped me in the stands and said, please don't go to commercial break while you're showing Karen tonight, and kind of chuckled. Beautiful young lady, Miss Karen Womack, escorted by her father, David Womack, the last member of the freshman court. Good friends of ours. From the sophomore class will be Bonnie Jordan, who is the first member of the sophomore class, and she's escorted by her father, Mr. Jordan.
She's a cheerleader here at Baker High School. She plans to graduate after graduation from high school to obtain a high level of education, attending a college and major in fashion merchandising.
Miss Bonnie Jordan, escorted by her father. She is the first member of the sophomore court. Ladies and gentlemen, it's
Thank you, Mr. John. Our next sophomore male is Jill Lynn Law. Our parents are Jerry and Sarah Law.
There's our next sophomore maid, Miss Jill Law, escorted by her father.
Dancing, singing, acting, aerobics, and swimming. Jill is a member of the dance team, a cappella choir, show choir.
I think it's our father's Gary Law, I believe. Isn't that right, Sid?
Activities include...
Yeah, Gary went to school with us. Fine young man. The father of Miss Jill Law, a sophomore maid. It's a real honor to be part of this homecoming festivity, if nothing but to announce these beautiful young ladies and the homecoming court. Next, representing the sophomore class is Miss Shannon Ory. Miss Shannon Ory being escorted by her father, Mr. George Ory.
George, a graduate of Baker High School, also, Gary.
Sure is.
She plans to go to college after high school graduation.
George is a cousin to Coach Richie Ory here at Baker High School.
I see all those Orys again here in Baker. Miss Shannon Ory, folks, a member of the Baker High School sophomore court, escorted by her father, Mr. George Ory. Next, representing the sophomore class is Miss Tanya Stewart, a sophomore maid.
Tanya's hobbies include taking pictures, dancing, and talking on the...
Represented by a friend, I think, or escorted by a friend.
And to study nursing. All of these maids of these crews are being presented to you in alphabetical order. The crew will be crowned as one of the 5 maids from the senior class.
Miss Tanya Stewart, a sophomore maid. We're bringing the maids out in alphabetical order according to classes, freshman, sophomore, junior, etc. The next maid is the first junior maid, Miss Dana Law. Miss Dana Law is the daughter of Mr. Mike Law, who of course is the brother to Gary Law that was out a little earlier with his daughter. So we have this gentleman here is the brother to Gary Law, and have a couple of brothers with their daughters who are representing the homecoming court here tonight. Miss Dana Law, daughter of and escorted by Mr. Mike Law.
Well, Dana's...
Mike went to school with us.
Right, and Dana's mother, you know, Mike married Carol Broadway.
That's
who
right.
Graduated with us, and
she's as pretty as her mother. Next junior maid is Juanita Lewis, escorted by her father, Mr. Lewis. Sid, Juanita is one of our cheerleaders this year, Juanita Lewis.
Daughters on modeling, member of the youth choir, Howard Modeling Agency, and member of the cheerleading squad. She attends Daughters on Modeling School, cheerleading commercial and television appearances, and speaks to youth on various churches. She plans to attend LSU or Tulane and pursue a career in optometry.
Miss Juanita Lewis, one of the Baker High School cheerleaders, representing the junior class here as a maid in the homecoming court, escorted by her father, Mr. Lewis. The next maid from the junior class, Sid, is Missy McClary, escorted by her father, Mr. Mike McClary. We have several combinations. We've seen 2 brothers that had their daughters here tonight. Missy McClary, of course, is the first cousin to one of the earlier maids, one of the freshman maids, Miss Karen Womack, that came out earlier. Mr. Mike McClary, the father of Missy here, is the brother to Kathy McClary, who is the mother of Karen Womack.
Mike McClary, also a graduate of Baker High School,
Sure is.
as well as his wife, Peggy McClary, who was drum major right here at Baker
Mike
High
was a fine athlete at Baker. He was a basketball player for Baker, a fine athlete. Miss Missy McClary, escorted by her father, Mike McClary. Next we have Miss Monica Scott, a junior maid, escorted by her father,
Fred Scott.
Her father's Mr. Fred Scott.
A girl goes to attend college after high school and major in child psychology or marketing.
We have Miss Monica Scott, a junior maid for the Baker High School homecoming, escorted by her father, Mr. Fred Scott.
And now come the senior class. First we have Denise Nicole Bergeron.
We have Miss Denise Bergeron, who is the first senior maid coming out.
By Jimmy Hayes.
Miss Denise Bergeron is being escorted tonight by Mr. Jimmy Hayes. Mr. Jimmy Hayes, a longtime friend of all of us.
He's a member of the Senior Senate Library Club and Newspaper Club. He runs the Captain Hallmark and Chief Parker and Police Bureau Association.
No, Jimmy's been a longtime friend of this institution and had several children that came up through this fine high school, Sid. Miss Denise Bergeron, senior maid, escorted by Mr. Jimmy Hayes. Next, coming out under the goalpost, Miss Marcia Chapman. Miss Marcia Chapman, a senior maid, being escorted by her father, Mr. Harold Chapman.
I also join many new people in fame, she said. She's a member of the Daily Crowd, the Signal, That's Just Say No Club, Top Teams of America. She's assigned to Stevensburg, Yearbook Star, newspaper, Select 150.
Beautiful young ladies representing the Baker High School homecoming court. Miss Marcia Chapman, escorted by her father, Mr. Harold Chapman.
Thanks to what a 7 university secured and to his son. Next senior maid is Anita Jane Landry, a parent to Russell and Linda Landry.
Next senior maid is Miss Anita Landry, being escorted by her father, Mr. Landry.
Collecting friends and spending time with family and friends. She's a member of the Just Say No Club, who used to be the Senate of the world. She hopes to be a member of the Senior Senate. She works part-time in lawyers.
Miss Anita Landry, a senior maid in tonight's homecoming court, escorted by her father, Mr. Landry.
Fourth maid from the senior class, Joanne Marie Potvin. She's the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. George Potvin.
Next senior maid is Miss Joanne Potvin, being escorted by her father, Mr. Potvin. Sid, Joanne Potvin's also one of the cheerleaders here at Baker High School. If I'm not mistaken, she's a co-captain on the cheerleader squad. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Joanne Potvin, a senior maid for the homecoming court, escorted by her father, Mr. Potvin.
The fifth maid from the senior class is Brinklin Williams.
Miss Brinklin Williams.
Tonight she's escorted by Mr. Hamlet Butler. Brinklin's hobbies include singing, dancing.
Miss Brinklin Williams, a senior maid, being escorted by a friend.
She's a member of the Just Say No Club, college, and hopes to become a member of the Senior Senate. She babysits the folks as well as with the treasury. She's a member of the San Mount Zion United Methodist Church, and she helps with the high school staff rep. In fact, she's chairman of that committee. The goal is to go to college and major in computer science to become successful and reach all my days in life. And there you have it.
Miss Brinklin Williams, a senior maid for the homecoming court tonight. There you have, ladies and gentlemen, the court for the 1986 Baker High School homecoming.
We also wish to thank the homecoming sponsor, Menzies Doris Thompson. Thank you very much. There you have the 17 maids, and now, as we step forward with these ceremonies to crown the queen, and to do this honor is last year's queen, 1985, Stacy McKenzie.
Oh, we have Stacy McKenzie coming out on the field, who is last year's homecoming queen, to crown the new 1986 Baker High School homecoming queen.
And Stacy, if you will, please, the queen for 1986 is Joanne Marie Potvin.
The queen for 1986, ladies and gentlemen, is Miss Joanne Potvin.
Congratulations, Joanne.
Miss Joanne Potvin will be crowned 1986 Baker High School homecoming queen. Also coming out on the field at the bottom of your screen is the mayor of the city of Baker.
And representing our community here outside our own Mayor Pete Heine.
Mayor Pete Heine with a bouquet of roses for the new 1986 homecoming queen. Let's see if she gets a kiss from the mayor. Let's see. Everybody kind of zoom in here real close. Mayor Pete Heine presenting a bouquet of roses to the new queen.
Greg, I know that's a very exciting moment for that young lady, and I know she'll remember it the rest of her life. I know Susie, my wife Susie, was homecoming queen here at Baker High School 20 years ago. Of course, I wasn't but in the 6th grade at that time, but she's still excited about it.
Yeah, I know she's going to be excited about what you just said, too. She's going to love that. Yeah. Sydney will just strike out in a New York second. There we have the crowning of the new 1986 homecoming queen, Miss Joanne Potan. To be presented roses by the mayor, Mayor Pete Heine, and he gets a little sugar. Mayor Pete Heine kisses the homecoming queen, and here's a bouquet of roses.
We're honored to have with us again tonight another Baker beauty, Miss Sharon Southall, who is the librarian here at Baker High School and who was very instrumental in starting a Just Say No program here at Baker High School. And Sharon, I know they have some, she's older than Greg too. I just made mention about Susie being homecoming queen 20 years ago. I wasn't but in the 6th grade at that time. But Sharon, I know there's a function that y'all planned here tomorrow in the city of Baker to conclude here at Wedge Kai Stadium for the Just Say No Club. So why don't you tell the folks about it and tell them what you have planned for tomorrow.
We're going to have a community rally that will be starting at Blankenship Drug. We'll start handing out the balloons at 12:30, and the march will begin at 1 o'clock. The Baker Band is going to lead us, and we're going to march into Baker High School Stadium, and then the band will play the Baker alma mater, and we'll release our balloons as a symbol of a drug-free community. And we're looking for a lot of support from the community in this.
Well, Sharon, we're all going to be there, and once again, folks, this will be tomorrow on Saturday. Tomorrow, if you're watching the game tonight, which hopefully you will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Everybody's going to assemble down at Blankenship Drugs right there on Main Street in Baker, and they'll march into Wedge Kai Stadium, have a walk from that point, and come into Wedge Kai Stadium where you have a little ceremony and release the helium-filled balloons as a symbol of a drug-free community. And we think it's a very worthwhile cause, and we're really excited about it, Sharon. And Sharon, we want to applaud you for the efforts you've made. I noticed this last meeting, I passed by and I looked over there, and there was just a ton of people at the meeting, so it looks like it's really going well.
It is. We had about 200 students. We had parents to attend, and then members of the community that do not have students here but are interested in what we're doing. So we're real pleased.
Well, great, Sharon. We really appreciate what you're doing for the young people here at Baker High School. Folks, we're going to take a short break and be back with you in just a minute.